So I'm just going to start reading names. Starting at the bottom. Ty Dillon, nope. Balicki, nope. Andy Lally, while he's a road courser, I don't believe so. Noah Gregson. There's a guy I have a question for. Like Noah in the Xfinity Series ran up front. Can he run a top 10? It's plus 750 range. I don't believe so, but what do the stats say, Professor?
No, I would say that the stats agree with you.
Okay, then we have Harrison, Todd Gilliland. I don't see that happening. How about Austin Dillon or Stenhouse? Two veterans. Stenhouse having a great year, although cooling off a smidge. Stenhouse, Dillon. How about Bubba? 3-1, Bubba top 10.
Nope.
I was going to say, there's only one answer here. My man can't keep it between the navigational beacons on an open-air road course, so when we street course it down, ain't happening. Love the guy, doing great things. He had this big, I don't know what they call it, Bubba's block party or something, 4,000 people here at Chicago. Like, what Bubba's doing for the sport is amazing, but this isn't a rah-rah podcast. This is a betting podcast, and I'm telling you, this is a F-A-D-E, fade Bubba.
Yep.
No arguments.
When you come up that list some more, I think like Haley's one that you could stop at for a little bit.
Okay, well, listen, he's right there. Let's see. Hold on. We got Bubba, Priest, no dice. Almirola, ain't happening. Eric Jones, Justin Haley, Jenson Button, 3 in a row. Let's start with Haley. I think Haley will be somewhere inside the top 15 or 17. Front half of the field. Now, I'm not saying top 10. He's 3-1, right? I'm not guaranteeing anything, but he's a front half of the field guy.
Yep.
What
do you think about Button?
So Jenson Button drove Garage 56. He was at COTA. He was a little vocal after COTA about the contact, which I didn't appreciate. Like, man, this is NASCAR, man. If you don't like it, go back open wheel. I don't know what to tell you. I know you're a Formula One champ. I know you're the guy. I'm not questioning that. But, yeah, man, this is what we're built on. I think he's going to have pace, but I just think that...
Who's he running with? Legacy?
He's in Rick Ware, but it's basically going to be a Stuart Haas-supported car coming from Fox with all... coming from Ford with all their money. So it's kind of like an SHR car, which I don't know if SHR can outrun Rick Ware Racing most weeks, so I don't know if that's an improvement. I just, once again, and I say this all the time, he is a Formula One champ, but it's a slap in the face to the Cup drivers that think he's going to be better than him. I don't buy it. So I'm not on there.
Yeah, but he's got all that extra experience in that Garage 56 car now. So I think that helps him out a little bit. He was 18th at COTA.
For sure. So, I'm going to tell you, if you're a Formula One fan, I think of the added drivers, he's the one I like. I think he's not crazy. Let's keep going up the list. Briscoe, new crew chief last week. Slow. I think he's too aggressive for this type of track. I think his pace will be okay. I think he's Keselowski, no dice. Shane Van Gissenberg. How do I say it?
I don't know. You're the announcer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only midweek. I could tell you he is a V8 supercar driver. I could tell you that he's won a bunch of races over there. I could tell you when they race over there, he's shifting with his left hand. I spent some time with him in Nashville. I thought it was awkward, Chop, to say, hey, how do I say your last name? So I'm going to make Russell do that some point this weekend, and then I'm going to get it right on air. Red Bull guy, just a good dude. He's in Garage 91, which for those who don't know, that's kind of like the Justin Marks added entry.
Project cool. 91. Project.
Oh, Project 91. Garage 56, Project 91. We're going to have to get him cleaned up.
Racing season is underway. New customers download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code DMD. Bet $5 and receive $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's code DMD, only on DraftKings Sportsbook.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Massachusetts, call 800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. In New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Kansas, call 1-800-522-4700 on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. In West Virginia, gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. All games regulated by the West Virginia Lottery. Please play responsibly. In partnership with Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. 21 plus in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility, wagering, and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/auto racing terms.
Here's a legitimate ask. Ty Gibbs, plus 170. That's a guy, that's a legit guy. I think that's a bet because I think Ty Gibbs has matured this year, and I think he's youthful. I think all the prep on the simulators, all the prep in the video games, hell, he doesn't know any better than this. Like we talk about, oh, man, you've never seen the track before. He hasn't seen any tracks. Like his world was COVID. Hey, man, welcome to Pocono. You've never been here. You don't get any practice. Go figure it out. Right? Yeah. Like I think this is going to be comfortable for Ty Gibbs. I like Ty Gibbs as a top 10.
Yeah, and he could have run who knows how many laps on this in iRacing and the simulator.
All right, any other top 10s you like, Russ, or can we go to matchups? Because that's where we're going to get spoiled.
You got, I think Harvick and Blaney at 150 are a potential, and Logano at 35.
Yeah,
I mean, when you can get those kind of guys top 10 versus, typically we're going with Stenhouse and these guys that are, if they have a great run, they can get there, but those guys can get there any week.
When you talk about guys with 400 or 500 starts and 30, 40, 50, 60 wins, and you can get a plus money to run in the front third of the field, you just take it.
Yeah.
You don't try to predict, no offense, Professor, on your projection model. You don't try to predict what's going to happen in this chaotic race. You just say, these guys are badasses. They've done it their whole life. I totally agree that whole wave of veterans at plus money, you just pop a whole bunch of them. Because the beauty is, if you have plus money on all of them and you go 5 and 5, even if you go 4 and 6, you break even.
There's one on there you don't. DH at plus 130. He's hitting walls on an open course. Can you imagine how many double-sided walls he's going to hit? Jeez. There's a fade.
Oh.
Okay, call it as I see it. What do you want me to do?
Let's move to matchups.
All right.
Let's go. Here we go. Allmendinger, Chastain.
The numbers say Allmendinger.
So don't I. Dinger. Won the Xfinity race last week. I think it's the Dinger. I like Dinger over Chastain. I love Dinger over Suarez, but I think playing 155 is a mistake. So I like.
The biggest problem you're going to have here is Allmendinger is going to feel a lot of pressure. Like, this is one he's had circled.
I think with the baby on the way, I don't know if that – I mean, I hear what you're saying.
How much difference does the equipment make on a road course like this versus a traditional oval?
I think the driver will be able to make up more here than anywhere else we go. Here's an interesting one. Buescher, who has found some pace at the road courses, versus Kyle Busch.
Plus money.
I think it's still Kyle Busch.
I'm not taking him at minus 140. The only way I'm on that bet is Buescher.